Welcome back to the Super 1 action from Larkhall. Next up, it's the Junior TKM, a class with a very rich history in the sport, including Formula 1 champion Jenson Button. This year, the championship is currently being led by Jack Partridge, who I'm talking to now. So Jack, leading the championship, how's the season going?
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season. Couldn't really ask for a better start, and it's been strong and leading it by quite a big margin. So yeah, it's been good.
Now, a circuit like Larkhall, of course, very, very difficult in these particular conditions. How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's been changing all weekend. I've been quick in the wet and quick in the dry, so hopefully that'll pay off in the finals this afternoon.
Now, obviously, a class like Junior TKM, it's quite prestigious. I mean, some big names have been through here. Is that something you think about?
No, it doesn't really cross my mind. I know Jenson Button and David Coulthard, is it, I think, has been through this class, and yeah, they've both got to F1, so it is quite a good class to build up and get further in racing.
So a season goes well this year, what's the next stage for you?
We haven't really planned the next stage. It depends on how I do this year and the results and whether anyone picks me up, so yeah, depends on this year.
Now, Larkhall is a good circuit, obviously, in terms of karting prestige. Does a win here mean more than anywhere else?
No, I think wins at all circuits in this championship mean a lot because it's the British Championship, but it is a great circuit and I really like it, so yeah, I've had some good results here.
Karts on the rolling lap for Junior TKM. The grid positions are as follows. It's Daniel Baybutt who is on pole, his best performance in the National Championship to date. Stephen Letts, my pick for the championship, off P2. Jack Partridge has been leading the way in the championship though. Just seen Jack interviewed, he goes off 4. The rest of the karts are as follows. Sam Randon down on P28 after problems in the earlier final one. He's got it all to do from there. The earlier heats and final one results: Stephen Letts from Jordan Irvine, Jake Campbell-Mills in heat 1, Partridge from Letts and Irvine heat 2. Daniel Baybutt coming through to win the earlier final, and that's given him pole position for this televised final. And it is Daniel Baybutt who holds on with Jordan Irvine there in second place. The on-board cameraman is Shay Pearce as we go down to the double apex at the bottom of the circuit. The 97 kart, if you pick him out, that's the kart that's carrying the on-board camera, or at least the on-board camera we've got pictures from anyway. It's Baybutt that leads it then, from Irvine in second. Matt Davis is the 8 kart, the 7 kart is Stephen Letts. Letts has dropped from second to 4th, so dropped 2 in the early stages. Back on board here with Shay Pearce, the 97 kart. He's following the 61 kart of Jack New, Jack from Tadworth. Shay Pearce, the 97 kart, on the Jade kart from Corby in Northamptonshire. Here come the leaders then down to the double apex at the bottom of the circuit. This is a good overtaking opportunity. See if anyone takes it. Well, the cameraman does. Shay Pearce, he moves up a spot to come through that double apex. Here's Irvine for the lead through the right-hander coming into the middle section. The middle complex now, a series of 2 hairpins. And the kart stream through there, nobody making a place up. Back on board with Pearce, right-hander here. His curb on the left there, used to be able to run that, but they've increased the height of that curb, and if you run it now, you pretty much take a wheel off. Kart's through the start-finish line. Turn 1, the left-hander. Here's Irvine for the lead. Let's her slip through to second. Matt Davis now slips through to third, drops Baybutt back 1. Here's the championship leader, the 4 kart, Jack Partridge. He's now in 5th place, saw him interviewed earlier. Baybutt back into the podium positions. He's not settling for anything less today, but Davis is having none of that. He's straight back up the inside for 3rd. Baybutt back down to 4th, and Partridge still there in 5th place, the 4 kart. Back on board with Pearce through this right-hander again. Left-hand kink, turn 8, turn 9 is the final turn on the track. 41 looking for a spot, that's Ryan Hadfield, but no joy at this stage. Ryan racing for the DSG team, obviously. It's Irvine that's eked out 7 or 8 kart lengths from Stephen Letts in second, the 7 kart. The kart streamed down to the bottom of the circuit, double apex, the 15 kart looking to lay some pain on the kart in front, Jake Campbell-Mills, but I don't think he got that done. Still Irvine from, there's Chris Walker in the picture, just getting in the way again. Thanks, Chris. There you go. Hold on a second. Was that like a Trent Valley Kart Club observer bib that Chris had on there? Is that the one that was missing and they had to call the police at MI5? Look no further, gentlemen. Mr. Walker has it. Serves him right for getting in front of the camera. It's Irvine that still leads from Letts and Davis. Baybutt still there in fourth, and Jack Partridge there's the onboard cameraman, the 97 car on board with him now, Shay Pearce. Shay from Corby, as I said before, Northamptonshire, looking for a spot up the inside and makes it stick as well. Normally, you wear the onboard camera, you have an absolute nightmare, but not so for Shay Pearce today. Starting on P13, can't quite make out where he is at the moment, but I think he's making his way slowly through the field. There he is, back down to the final turn. He chased by the 14 car of Aaron Mills. Started P13, Shay Pearce. Looks like he's up to 9th now with Mills in 10th as they come down to the bottom of the circuit. Yeah, 9th place for Shay Pearce. So he's up 4 places so far, more than that, because he did lose a few places, I think, at the start. So back through the field gradually as Matt Davis, talking about coming through the field, overtakes Stephen Letts for second, and Letts goes down another spot as the championship leader, Jack Partridge, goes by, but not for long. Letts gets him down the inside at the second hairpin. That's cost them some time though, and allowed Davis a bit of breathing space. 86, the poleman, Daniel Baybutt. He's still there in 5th place. In behind Daniel looks like the 98 card of Alex Forward. It is on the back of that group. These 6 clear of the rest. The rest are headed by the 43 card Douglas Hayford. Ryan Hadfield comes next, then Shay Pearce. In behind Pearce is the 14 card of Aaron Mills. There's Jack Partridge looking for a spot on Stephen Letts, but can't get it done. We come down to the first midfield hairpin. Jack Partridge here on the 4 car. He is the top seed in this class this season. This class for drivers from 11 years of age, Junior TKM, and one of the most competitive classes in karting. The engine's very, very similar indeed. You can work on these engines yourself. They're not sealed. Most people choose to use an engine builder, an engine tuner, as Baybutt goes up the inside of Partridge, dropping him back another one. Baybutt back into 4th, Partridge back to 5th once more. Aaron Mills is the car in front of Shay Pearce now. He's made his way by 41, Ryan Hadfield in front of him. They squeeze by the 43 car of Douglas Hayford, and Hayford is off on the mud. That will not help his chances. This is the second hairpin in the midfield. Mills now chasing the 41 card of Ryan Hadfield's come down to turn 9, the final turn on the circuit. Later in the race, it's Davis that's bagged himself the lead. He's hunted down the leader, who was Jordan Irvine, and Irvine slipped back to 4th place there, out of the shot of the cameras. But it's Davis that now leads from Letts in second, 7 kart. And then comes the 4 kart of Jack Partridge. 12 is Irvine. 98 Alex Forwards through to 5th place, and Baybutt the poleman now down to 6th, and those 2 are off these leading drivers here. Back on board with Shay Pearce. Aaron Mills in front. We've lost Ryan Hadfield, the 41 kart. Looks like he's way down the field now. Must have been some sort of incident out of our shot. As Letts comes through for the lead, does he hold it? Square onto the 8 car of Davis, runs the curb. Davis just manages to hold on. Back with Shay Pearce as they come back up this straight into the right-hander. These are the leaders again. It's still Davis and Letts as we get towards the business end. Jack Partridge will be thinking about the win. So will Irvine, though. He won't have given up the ghost from there. 4th place, but close enough, if quick enough. And Letts comes through the inside of the 4 kart, and a nice move by Irvine as well. And Jack Partridge is being squeezed all over the place here. He's up and down. He was second, and now back to 4th again. Aaron Mills there in 7th place. The onboard cameraman's in 8th. This is the battle for the lead, though, as Forward goes up the inside of the 4 kart Partridge now. Baybutt comes alongside, and Baybutt takes the place off him. So Partridge is back to 6th. He's all over the place. Don't give up on him, though. He's not the championship leader for nothing. Stephen Letts needs to win this race if he's going to put himself back into championship contention. And he's out front at the moment. 12, Jordan Irvine led it early on. He's in 3rd place there. Alex Forward's now up to 4th, but not for long as Baybutt goes through. And Partridge goes with him. So that drops Forward back from 4th to 6th. We go through the start-finish, a warning flag for card 88. Later in the race, Partridge is back into 2nd. Letts has got the lead. Irvine's still there. Baybutt's still there. Forward's still there. Who have we lost? Looks like we've lost cart 8. That's Matt Davis, who was leading it early on. He's gone. And he's not in that group either, so it looks like Davis may have had some sort of terminal failure or a problem. Stephen Letts puts in the fastest lap, 39.64. Partridge there in second place. We've got a back marker, I think, about to come into play here. It's come down to turn 9, the final turn on the circuit. Back on board here with Pearce, who's through turn 9 himself. So Aaron Mills now is in 6th place, the 14 cart, and Shea Pearce up to 7th from 13th. There is Davis. He's going very slowly indeed. Looks like he's got some sort of if it's not terminal failure, it's a serious mechanical problem. He's moving out the way. So Davis no longer a part of this lead group. It looks like he is there. It's looking like he's trying to overtake Jordan Irvine. Not sure why. He's been overtaken. Must have been lapped himself. Should really be moving out the way here under blue flags. Difficult for the officials to spot that he's been lapped probably. He moves out the way there through the final turn and allows the 2 drivers in behind to overtake. We're into the last lap now. This is a close one. Let's with Partridge looking up the inside, is he? No, can't get it done. Irvine in 3rd. He's going to be looking for something better than that. Forwards 98, 86 is Dan Baybutt. So it looks like it's going to be Stephen Letts. He's got to defend the carts behind and they're right on him. He's got to stay narrow here. Looking up the inside, but nothing more. Jack Partridge. Partridge will know he doesn't want to do anything silly, take Letts off and get excluded from the final. He's still got good points in the bag. These are championship leading points. And he's going to settle for that going through the final turn. It's going to be Stephen Letts to take the win though. He'll be very happy with that and is. Partridge in 2nd. Irvine led it early but has to content himself with a podium. Alex Ford started 6th, finished 4th. Baybutt on pole, finished 5th. Aaron Mills in 6th place. Shea Pearce came from 13th to finish 7th. In 8th it was Tom Owen. Denham Smith was 9th and Matthew Rangarido ran it out the top 10.
So Jordan, a very intense battle that one. Talk us through the race.
Yeah, well, I ran to lead at the start and then basically I got caught by Stephen and Jack and then it was just about battling from there on to get to the front.
So Jack, a very intense fight all the way to the finish line. How did you see it?
Yeah, it was a very good race. I took a while to start, so it took a while to get the cart to come on, but once it come on, it was electric, come on really quick and was fast, so I caught the leaders and managed to work my way up to 2nd.
Didn't get such a good start. Then worked with Matt to get to Jordan. So Jordan sort of slowed down a bit towards the end. It was a good battle from there.
Well, once again, apologies for the quality of the sound right underneath the circuit commentator's speaker. Jack Partridge it is with the championship lead, 286 from Daniel Baybutt and Stephen Letts tied in 2nd on 267. Jordan Irvine there on 257, Aaron Mills 239, Denham Smith 223. You'll notice that the top 10 separated by just 5.1 seconds.